Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
Two JC engine, no shit.
That's the number I was looking for!
Those all control the wiring, and then all the engine swap stuff was, you know, with your guys. Just Tim went through and wired everything. So
It's nice to me to see that manifold because I designed that.
you designed the manifold.
Yeah.
We were just talking about
To
that.
actually clear the power steering. That all of the aftermarket ones, they don't clear the power steering. You need to delete it, and to make it high enough to kind of make it look nice.
Yeah.
Actually, I test fit on that car.
awesome.
They send me like 3 or 4 different models, like 3D print ones.
Yeah.
We tried on this
That's
one.
on it. How long ago was that?
That was even before building this. It was still with the stock engine.
Yeah, it was
2
like
years
probably
ago?
2-3 years.
Okay, so not nearly as old. I was thinking you were going to say like 5, 10
No,
years ago.
no,
So
no.
not- So not that old. Okay.
It's probably 2 to 3.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I was telling them I was very curious if you guys knew those guys. I knew they were based out of Brazil too.
Yeah.
So I was curious if you guys knew.
Yeah,
them.
the original one he's talking about, it was
It was
long and it went.
well. It's because they copied somebody else that was like here,
Yeah, like
and
way
you need to
long
remove
and
the
way
power
long.
steering, and
Like,
there were several
no
things
way to make it
that you
fit
had
in
to
that
do in order to make it fit.
Yeah, so it's probably the same as that one.
Is that what this car has on it still? Is one of those?
No.
Oh, different one now?
Yeah.
This one has a built one. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a Phillips.
When it was the stock engine, now it's everything built. What turbo is it?
G42 1200.
So it is actually like a Hellcat stock exhaust system.
Yeah. So basically from the.
Well, those aren't exactly quiet, so it's got some.
It's 3-inch, dual 3-inch. So basically it's a 4-inch downpipe, and then we ended up doing 4-inch oval tubing, which is pretty cool for ground clearance. It's the first time we've ever done oval tubing. But it ended up mating. They had an X where they came together. We cut it in the middle of the X, so now it's a Y.
Yeah.
And the oval just like we cut it back until the dimension width-wise was right. The height was perfect because it was oval, and literally welded it right to it. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm curious what it sounds like. We've only ever heard it idling so far. It's got a cool sound. It's really quiet. But I'm curious what it's going to sound like when it starts getting a little bit more rowdy.
Did they have like valve exhaust or something like that? number I'm looking for! Hell yeah!